that's not good, but you have to keep in mind too that the goal of a turret is to try and kill that shuttle. Even if the shuttle breaks the tanks, you want the turret to kill the shuttle, and Stork still has that shuttle, so he's going to be able to get a Reaver up and running pretty soon here. And forGG, it looks like abandoning his plan. He's putting up his command center, realizing that Stork has been sitting on just one base this whole time. And Stork's taking that min only, and I have to imagine he's he's taking his natural as well. So Stork, I guess you can call it a double expand.
He can finish the game. He can finish the game.
He's got that vulture out.
He just doesn't realize
He needs to see this. Look, he's looking right now for that third base. He needs to see the Stork's third base in the upper right. I really hope he sends that vulture out, because just like you said, if he pushes out right now and keeps adding factories and he sees that probe, oh, he's going to turn around and aggro to it. That's not good. He's going up there anyway. So I really think, just like you said, I think we're going to see forGG push out here, but it's really going to be up to the Reaver. If Stork can make this Reaver worth its money here, I don't know if forGG can really break through the push.
You know what? It looks like forGG isn't even pushing. But, I mean, what's absolutely Stork can do is, as soon as those tanks move out, he can then start Reaver dropping and hope that forGG turns back around and goes back to his main. But forGG is making a big mistake in not pushing here. Like, that was what happened at the exchange across the bridge, really, wow, Stork was huge.
Oh,
the Reaver. He got a shot on both tanks. Wow. Oh my god, he's going to kill both of these tanks. One of the Zealots is still alive, and he's going to get another Scarab off here. Only getting one SCV, but still, killing those two tanks is a huge deal. And unfortunately, that Scarab dudded. Actually just did some damage to SCV. But that was a really great play by Stork. And you know what? forGG fucked up. Like, excuse my language, but he definitely missed a huge opportunity that he had in this game. And this is just a problem. I mean, you have to be aggressive sometimes against Protoss and realize where your strength is. I mean, he killed like 6 Dragoons and lost 4 Vultures in a tank. Like, he absolutely massacred. And not only, he killed like 4 or 5 Dragoons and got a Reaver at exchange. That was a really sloppy battle for Stork. And not only that, but Stork took a Nexus behind it. So forGG had a great opportunity and he missed it here. Wow, Stork actually going to be aggressive now. Unfortunately, nothing's really going to happen there for Stork if he goes in. No, he's just setting up a contain here. And I'm not sure whether forGG did he scout the thing with the Vulture, or did he just kill the?
Yeah, he scouted it. He scouted it. Yeah, I saw him go up with it, so I have to. Oh wow, look at that pylon wall there. I've never actually seen that before. Walling off the min only. It seems like it'd be more valuable just to make a Nexus at the min or the base there and just wall off from that. But I guess Stork really wants to protect that base, and that just shows you right there exactly how right you are and how bad a mistake that was that forGG made. And Stork is willing to wall off a mineral only just because he knows that if he takes it, oh my gosh, Stork is dropping the Reaver, but he gets only that 1 SCV on the depot.
Oh, if he
probably could have done a little bit better harassment there. Sieging tanks.
He probably expected there to be
Stork is just getting so much. Oh my god, he's getting so much damage on these tanks. Kills 5 SCVs, it looks like. Look at that Reaver control. That is just amazing.
Oh my god, he's a beast.
With 1 Reaver and a Dragoon. He's going to clear out turrets now, and this is just a nightmare for forGG. He has no way to defend against these Reavers now. 6-facting again. forGG kind of like a panic mode almost when he starts taking a lot of damage. Just puts down the factories and tries to go for an all-in push here. But Stork has just been dominating him with these Reavers. Takes out another tank. This is just crazy micro from Stork. I don't think there's really anything you can do against just this strong of a macro game along with the Reaver control. Because look at that, Stork, this is almost exactly what happened in game 1. Stork just completely shut down forGG's push, and now he's just going to add up some gateways, and forGG can't really harass him at all.
Yeah, those pylons actually paying off. Totally prevented those 2 Vultures from doing anything. Although he could have spent that amount of money on a forge and a cannon and had the same effect, but either way, the job got done. But I mean, what more can you say about that Reaver control? And forGG, I mean, you know, it sucks for him, but he did it to his own self. He had the money. The Reaver didn't come early. I mean, to have 5 factories and to not have tanks in your main, like, he got greedy. Like, I don't know why he didn't have a good turret placement. Oh my god, he's gonna do more damage here. This is a nightmare. forGG just cannot prevent Stork from, like, he can't do anything to Stork's Reavers. Stork's just flying all around his base and doesn't afraid of anything, just doing whatever the hell he wants with that Reaver. And forGG, I mean, what has he been doing in practice this whole time if he hasn't practiced anti-Reaver defense? I mean, did he know who he was playing? Stork's got the best Reaver control in the game, and he's not afraid to use it, so Okay, a ballsy push here by forGG, but it's not a
Oh,
good
that's
push.
not
It's
going to do anything. Stork's got the shuttle.
Actually, that's a
I was
lot
actually
of
chased him out,
no Zealots, so actually having 8 tanks is going to force Stork back. The only way Stork's going to be able to engage... Oh, wow. Oh, my God, those
Oh! I'm going to turn it off
Christ.
now. This is just too painful for me as a parent.
You know what? That really sucked for forGG. What was that, 4 tanks? This is just brutal. Like, he's getting abused. It looks like a D+ player against a shuttle. I mean, Stork is making forGG look like a complete noob. This is embarrassing. I mean, forGG is still doing some things right, getting a good setup here. He knows that he has a window of time before Stork gets leg speed and a lot of zealots out that he can do damage by getting a good setup. But I mean, he just can't afford to place mines close to your units like that. You can't do it. And you can't expect to do something like that against a Protoss of the level of Stork and expect to not get punished. And that's exactly what's happening here. He is going to get punished. Although Stork doesn't even have to really break this, he can just kind of back off and chill. He doesn't really want to lose too many units there. Stork's unit count is a little low. He might... Wow, that's why it's a little low, because he's been spending all of his money building gateways, and now... I think he's up to like, what, was it 10 or 12 gateways?
Oh, lost the Reaver.
There's no way... Oh, the Reaver's dead. Almost got a Scarab off though, and if he had, it would have probably been devastating. Stork has to make sure...
Stork's throwing away a lot of units here. This is kind of strange. I'm surprised to see Stork losing so many units. He could have done just like you said and just build up and get ready to break it. Even now, I think he definitely has the advantage. He can break this push, but I don't know why he's losing so many units. Because in the first game, he was trading a lot of units, but he was getting a lot of tanks. And this time, it seems like he's just constantly losing units. And now forGG in the same setup. But now we have speed lots for Stork, and he's moving up with the shuttle. I don't think it has another Reaver, but he's going to be dropping... Oh, speed lots on the tanks. I'm not sure where they were, but now... Wow, this is just getting crushed. There's nothing that forGG can do. He just didn't have the unit count. He was trying, but he's just screwed at this point.
Yeah. I mean, Stork is pretty much running him over. But you know what? forGG is doing a good job with the macro. I mean, he got those factories out really early, so he's been able to build a significant amount of units. I think more than Stork expected, but it doesn't really matter. And losing those 4 tanks really early is really crushed him. I mean, if it wasn't for that, he might have actually been pretty successful with these pushes. Stork did overextend himself a little bit because he did so much damage with the Reaver. But you know, it's just funny to note, like Stork has been a little sloppy with his armies and with his goon control this game. Apart from the fact the Reaver drops, everything else has been a little sloppy for Stork. It's just a strange note. He's kind of giving forGG some chances to get back in this game, but I don't think it's enough.
Maybe he's just bored, man. Like, I don't know about you, but I almost feel like a noob for calling this going to be a close series, and I honestly thought there was a possibility of forGG winning this, but Stork absolutely crushed him. And forGG is definitely doing some stuff right. He's doing a lot of harassment here, but I think Stork is just kind of waiting, and he's just playing it safe, and he's willing to give up some bases and give up a few pylons and cancel a Nexus, because he knows that he's got so many gateways, and there's no way that forGG can expand, so he just has to keep stemming off these pushes, and forGG actually sneaking some vultures by, but at the cost of what, all of his tanks? And oh wow, Stork didn't pull any of his probes there. I guess he hadn't mined out the thing there. And, oh my god, forGG is going to run vultures into Stork's main.
He did mine it out.
Protoss luckily has a full macro wave coming out immediately when the vulture harass comes and is able to block that off. But Stork is now only mining off of 1 base. Surprisingly though, he didn't actually cancel the Nexus. I wonder, oh my god, forGG is harassing the natural expansion. As soon as I was saying forGG was playing bad, forGG makes a couple of excellent plays, and I think if forGG takes another command center right now, if he had one building in his base and he could lift it and land it in the 3rd base, I think he'd be looking excellent right now. But as it looks, his main is going to be mined out, the same as Stork's. And Stork has the safety to expand right now because he just took out a lot of forGG's units.
Yeah, Stork took a lot of economic damage there, but it's important to note that his map control now is even stronger because he really did not lose very many units there at all. And wow, he actually got that Nexus up. Like, he never canceled it. That's pretty gutsy. So this actually isn't that bad for Stork. Even though he lost so many probes, he gets the Nexus up. He doesn't have to cancel. And he's going to lose a few more probes here, but it shouldn't be too bad. And actually, forGG doing a pretty good job maximizing the amount of probe kills. The Stork is still looking pretty good. I mean, forGG, that was a really great play by him. Stork's response was a little kind of sloppy. He definitely took more damage there than he could have. And this is what forGG needed to get back in this game. Stork is still ahead, but this is what forGG wanted to do. And it's all a lot of it's gonna depend on what happens in this push right here. If forGG can do damage with this push, then he's gonna be back in this game because he's gonna have secured his third base and he's gonna be looking pretty good. However, if Stork shuts down this push completely, then forGG's in really bad shape, unless he manages to defend that third, but it's going to be pretty hard if he loses all of his tanks here. It all depends, you know, how badly did Stork's macro get affected. Did he miss some complete macro waves because of losing all those probes? It looks like he still does have a lot of units, and he's going to have enough units to break through here. Oh, and those Z-Lots are really doing a lot of damage. forGG's been skimping on vultures all game. His vulture count's been really low. The Stork probably should have recognized that and gone more Z-Lot heavy. That staring down at the goon, and that is a